Good morning, beloveds. Welcome to January 2nd. This morning's reading is titled, Today I shall guard my thoughts, seeing to it that nothing emanates from my consciousness other than that which will bless, build up, and heal. We begin with three quotes. The first from Galatians chapter 5, verse 15. But if ye bite and devour one another, take heed that ye be not consumed one of another. The second quote from Kwanzaa. He who injures others is sure to be injured by them in return. And the last quote from the Bhagavad Gita. I destroy the ignorance-born darkness by shining the lamp of wisdom. This morning's reading. This lesson teaches us the law of cause and effect, the plaything of the soul. In the long run, as Emerson tells us, if we seek to harm another, we but find that we are beating our own bleeding breasts. People of spiritual wisdom have always taught that our thoughts and acts ride on a return circuit and that they never fail to react upon us until we have transcended the negative causation set in motion by such acts. This is why we are taught that we should do to others as we would like them to do to us. It is the old law of the returning circle. In this law alone can we find exact justice. And through understanding this law, come to realize what Robert Browning, quote, all's law, yet all's love. So let me try that again because I read that backwards. Robert Browning's quote was actually, all's love, yet all's law. The universe imposes neither evil nor limitation upon us, nor can we impose evil or limitation upon it. However, being free agents, we may and must experience, at least temporarily, the result of our own acts. As the Gita tells us, the lamp of wisdom shining in the darkness of ignorance alone can free us. Our affirmation for this day. Realizing that the universe has bestowed upon me the divine right to be affected by my own act today, I shall guard all of my thoughts, seeing to it that nothing emanates from my consciousness other than that which blesses, builds, and heals. I shall not worry about the consequences, for they already exist in the mathematical law of cause and effect. This law of cause and effect is not something that governs me. Quite the reverse. It is something which I govern. If nothing goes forth from me that can hurt, then nothing can return to me which can harm. The knowledge of this makes me wise. The consciousness of good at the center of my being is my sanctuary. And so now we're going to take this into a brief period of silent contemplation. meditation, So I invite you to go within, to know with me that there is only one infinite, ever present something that is literally the unformed no thing, that it is pure love, pure light, awe and wonder, that it is the source, the substance of all creation. All life is made out of, infused with, and abides within this one. By whatever name we call it, it remains unlimited, forever and ever expanding itself, expanding its experience of itself by creating out of itself to experience itself, brilliantly individualized in multiplicity, yet never separate from itself. This is what the infinite is, as best as I can capture it in words. Speaking of the infinite and finite, in this moment, I know it as God, as love, as peace, as power, as presence, as joy, as beauty. And I know it as all life. I know that I am that in form. And I know that what is true of me is true of all life. And so I know that no matter where I look, no matter who I interact with, no matter what I interact with, God is interacting with God. Life is interacting with life. Love is loving love. And so I speak my word, my realization, realizing that the universe has bestowed upon me the right to be affected by my own act today. I shall guard all of my thoughts, seeing to it that nothing emanates from my consciousness other than that which blesses, builds, and heals. I speak my word, claiming and affirming, I shall not worry about the consequences, for they already exist in the mathematical law of cause and effect. This law of cause and effect is not something that governs me, quite the reverse. It is something that I govern. It is nothing, if nothing goes forth from me that can hurt, then nothing can return to me which can hurt. I claim and affirm this knowledge makes me wise. I claim and affirm, I speak into realization the consciousness of good at the center of my being is my sanctuary. So grateful. So grateful to know exactly how all of this works, even if my human brain doesn't get how it works. I celebrate that it works continuously. It works every time it's called upon, and it works when it's called upon, whether it's conscious or unconscious. That life is always yes to life. Love is always yes to love, just as quickly as ideas, thoughts, desires, whatever word we use, are formed in mind before they are spoken in voice. The very consciousness that thinks them says yes to fulfilling them. So I celebrate. I celebrate the goodness of today, the goodness of life within me and around me. I celebrate love. And so, knowing that it's already done, knowing that it's already complete, there is nothing to do but let go. To release into that law of cause and effect, that activity of perfect justice, and simply go about my day in the realization spoken to be that uplifting place, to be intentional with my consciousness, to love beyond my wildest imagination, to simply love, to see God everywhere I look, to feel God in everything I experience, to know God at the center of my being and the center of all being. And so, knowing this, celebrating this, I release into a day of this as I say, Amen, Ashe, Aho, and so it is.